You can start from here.
Hi, I'm Beverly, as you can see. Anyway, happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Mercy.
Felicia.
Karibuni sana ladies to Mkankaza channel. In today's episode, we want to talk about things we know for sure about relationships. So all of us will give points and then we discuss. So I don't know who wants to start us off. Nani anasikia confidence?
Anyway, things you know for sure about relationships. Number one, enjoy your single time, like your alone time. Yes, you're in a relationship with someone, but also have your own Kim time for yourself.
Really, that's important. Because if you don't love yourself, but I think for the first thing you need to ask yourself about a relationship is, would I date myself? Am I that entertaining? Am I that interesting? So yeah, that's what I think.
Sanitize. That's a valid point.
Okay.
I agree with that also. I am such a firm believer in enjoying solitude before you become one with someone, you need to be whole yourself.
Many wase wakiingia into relationships, they kind of forget who they were as a person. You lose your individuality. Now, okay, sidhani kuna mtu hapa mmolewa ama ameoa, you never know. So until you guys are married, you're still acting as one unit peke yake. You guys are two different entities. When you guys come together, now you're one. But as for the moment, since you guys are not married, you're two different entities. So kila mtu afanye vitu zake. Stay like, yes, kuna vitu mtafanya pamoja, but don't lose your individuality in it.
So does that mean then ukiwa kwa marriage, you are allowed to lose your individuality? Because you brought out concept of marriage.
You're not allowed to lose your individuality, but you're no longer a single entity when it comes to marriage. You have your personality as you, but you guys are working as one unit.
That's it.
Okay. Next point.
Things I know about relationships. I think relationships are unique as in each relationship is unique in its own way. Felicia's relationship can never be the same as mine. Felicia will have her opinions about my relationship, they do not need to be mine. So I think you need to just shut the noise.
Yeah.
Learn how to differentiate between advice that is good for you or advice that she's speaking from her point, from her own experiences. So don't let anyone else project the stuff in your relationships. It's yours.
Yeah, that's true, by the way. Especially in a friends group, you find that someone will come to you and say, oh, by the way, my boyfriend did this and it's so different. Now you go then to your person and start telling them, oh, mbona unifanyange, things like that.
But conversation sometimes inakuwa ngumu. Most of the time itajipata kitu imehappen. Kwangu haikunibother, but nikikuja ni share. For example, vile na Betty. Kama for example, leo inafaa kwa girlfriend's day. It wasn't in my head, leo ni girlfriend's day. What was that? Alafu unakuja na patro kutana na nimet, amepostiwa. I was like, oh, ni girlfriend's day. So no, haiko ina ni affect, but this naweza kusikia watu wengine wananiambia, oh, so pia imeweza kama affect.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe know your partner. Maybe you happen to post and stuff. Maybe he's not a public person, so kinda unisistie mbona unipost. Mnakosana tu.
Na hiko inakuna mwana kwa mtu mwingine.
Exactly. Okay. Things I know for sure about relationships. Something else would be managing your time with this other person. Not everything should be, you can't be with them all the time. That's my point. You need to be your own person. I know people are clingy and all, but just be fun on your own. Have time with your girls, your guys. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Individuality also.
Yeah.
Don't seclude yourselves, square locked in cocoon forever. Maybe for the first times you can.
Yeah, honeymoon phase.
Mimi lakini some extent naonanga for you guys to get to know each other, you guys need to spend a lot of time together. Sijui kama na contradict kwa kwanza.
Ama quality time.
quality time. Like quality time. Sindio? Because most people are just come and say usikue available throughout. But so to shut off because you want to meet up with someone. You don't want to be available all the time.
What I can say, as in I totally agree with what you're saying, but I think there's a time there was something I had read somewhere that the reason why after a breakup the chick mostly it happens the mom anakwanga so depressed and na jamaa will continue on like life is normal, but it's usually because the chick most of the times utashinda kwa your guy's business, as in his friends will become your friends.
Hey, your man's
he'll
friends
become
are not your friends.
Ile tweet ya ati baby atuona kitite mwingine.
Shemeji nini anakusaza, but it's okay, it's fine, you're allowed to be stupid sometimes. But as in now the problem comes when you break up and then wewe ndo nika umeachwa na kila mtu mwingine, so you're back on being by yourself. Your friends who you had before the relationships, who you were secluded, so you can't come right back to me now. So anyway, keep that in mind.
Okay. So my point is, let's normalize, and I repeat, normalize relationships, and there's no shame or embarrassment in a failed relationship. Sometimes things don't work out. So, and there's usually a lot of stigma attached to, say, divorce or a man or a woman leaving the partner. See, must. Like, you can always walk away if things get toxic. So, for me, on relationships, normalize ending relationships. Sadly.
Yeah, but it's like starting all over again. What's your favorite color? We have talking stage again.
But you see, if you're not, watching about relationships, kwa sababu unapatana na msi, you guys really look nice, kama neza vumilia kidogo, probably it will get better. You start feeling yourself again. I'm a woman, decide you're walking away. Alafu anafanya kakitu kidogo, probably it will change. Jupia unaogopa, when you're in a relationship, people are now seeing you two as a unit.
Okay.
So ukitaka kujidifferentiate from that, inakuwa pia ni kama tit for tat. That gets tough. That gets tough.
What other points do ladies have and you know for sure about relationships?
I have another point.
Yes.
I think for relationships to work, this person has to be your friend. Me, I'm the firm believer in I have to date my friend. If it's getting married, I'll get married to my friend. We were having this discussion yesterday, with you guys. Yeah, we were talking about love fades. Sometimes fades, but if you have an understanding, actually you need to actually like someone to be in a relationship. Sometimes liking them is good for you. Yeah, they need to be your friend.
Love fades, I like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes love fades, so you run on friendship.
Yeah, you run on friendship. Yeah.
Iko mtu uko sawa, unapenda umse despite the fact that akona hii.
Yeah.
You can actually take up this because mimi nilikuwa nasema jana sitaka na baba. Sometimes in a relationship you have to make when you're in a relationship or rather a marriage is a choice. Una decide kuangalia vitu zingine na zingine you overlook. Juu huwezi kupata mtu 100%.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Hata wewe hauko 100.
Yeah, I said marriage. Okay, so maybe we can say relationships also now because we're not married, huh? Anyway, relationships, it's a series of deliberate choices. So you have to pick and choose what you agree with or disagree on. So yeah, be clear.
Yeah. And what you can stomach is not what we need.
Yeah.
So let's extend grace to each other. Tusikwe kuwa judging. Maybe that's her couple. Ama abuse.
Lakini abuse no.
That's bad.
Abuse no.
Yeah.
Mimi kana point.
But some want to unfortunately.
Especially juu ya watu wengi.
Oh yeah.
If you have kids who are still young, unavumilia with the hope that maybe you're not the breadwinner, the husband is the breadwinner. Yeah, bora analipa school fees and is paying for everything.
So you stomach
Yeah, it's for the sake of your kids.
But yeah, in each of battered woman syndrome, I don't think it's something that you should, because it actually gets in your head. Una lose self-esteem yako, unaweza kuwa nitwaje unapata rich. It's not something you should ever compromise your own well-being, whether emotional abuse, physical abuse. It's not something that unaweza compromise. In the end, kama wewe hauko sawa, watoto wako hawako sawa. You're just transferring trauma from you to them.
Exactly.
You had a point?
I had a point. People should learn to kukua open and upfront when you're starting off a relationship. Are we having a relationship because we want to have fun? Are we having a relationship because we want to go the long run? No. Mimi siingia kwa relationship I want to run the long run. Unataka to have fun. Do you having fun? Let's have fun. Sasa hizi si wote alafu naambia imefika pale I want to normalize discussing what you want when you're going inside the relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. There's something also I was seeing for another YouTube channel. Actually, it's Ben Circle's podcast. He was saying, he was saying that if you're getting into a relationship, if you want someone, ask them first, do you want a relationship? Yes. No. Okay, if it's yes, do you want a relationship with me? So it has to be step by step.
The with me is silent.
It's silent, and the review is also silent. So, yeah, you have to do that.
Another point in relationships for me is don't claim people. Don't claim people. Usiseme this is my partner. Na hamja define relationship. Don't out here embarrass yourself. Embarrass. Oh, this is my partner. And I'm like, now for 6 months, and then you're like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. And then you'll say, I've seen babes do that, and I find it so embarrassing because I feel like I'm very upfront. I'm usually like, to define it, we know what we are. Like there are no bloodlines, hakuna any thin line. Tunajua what we are. So don't be out here claiming.
Mimi naongeshi tena kwanga na babes. Madini. As in, ladies in a relationship, okay, you are in a relationship with someone because you've slept with that person. I mean, okay. Kama hamjaditia, because probably with this guy, probably with this guy, amekuja hapa nataka me to have fun. Mimi share here for a fun time, a short time and a fun time, not a long time. Oh, nataka a long time, not a long time. Hiyo unataka ikuwe serious.
Define the relationship.
Define the relationship. Find the purpose of that relationship. Is it fun? Is it us getting married? Define it.
Okay. Anyone else with any other pointer?
I think for me, your relationship doesn't need to make sense to anyone else. Yes, because as in it's between the two of you. It's back to the opinions. Everyone having an opinion about everything. So I might not necessarily understand what you saw in someone else, but that's your burden to carry. It has nothing to do with me. So that's my problem, not yours. If you're happy, you're happy. With the goodness you see in that relationship, I can never understand, and the bad side of it, I can also probably never. I'll tend to focus on the negative more than the positive. Especially with girls, something I noticed is mtakuja, hey, this is another point. You'll come tell your girlfriends or whoever all the bad things this person does. Na mtakuja mtuambie the good side of it. When you're going through the hardships, mtashindia kwa hizo hardships. So when you go back to whoever it is you're dating, say tutakuwa na jamaa na ushinda kufanyia hivi, we will never understand, but wewe unajua the other side of the fine. So true. Your relationship ni yenu. Enjoy it.
Mambo ya watu wawili wenye wamechunika kwa blanket.
Ngoja. Achana nayo
kabisa. It to do with you. Anyone else with a pointer in a relationship?
finances. And I feel like people nowadays want to talk about finances. You know, we bado tuko ile equality in the society. Nilipie date, usilipie date. Alipie date. Relationship ni yenu wawili. Whatever this society is saying, usifuate. Mimi kama nataka kwenda date tujilipie tushare ni sawa. Na kama nataka kwenda date na wewe na unataka ulipie kila kitu to agree. You can't, mimi personally nataka nikienda date na chali yangu alipie kila kitu. I'm a baby girl.
Big girl for life.
Boys, guys, I'm a man, sorry I call you boys. Men, if you're going out with a chick, please mwambie anaenda kujilipia. Kama hawezi keta kile. Discuss finances. Huwezi kuja unaniblame hapo unasema mimi nataka kulipiwa kila kitu na hatukuongelea.
Yeah. Money is such a taboo topic, but it's a necessary topic. Yeah, it is.
Na kama hawezi na mimi nataka tuende nende siwezi labda niko ready kuketa for it.
Don't have money. Mshaona ile stuff date babes who like you. That way you know that women have money.
Yes.
Lakini msizoe.
Sizoe.
Okay, so I have a point. Yeah, so about communication. A relationship can survive without communication, and it's very important mkielewana. Yeah, and the only way to understand each other is by talking to each other. It's very key in a relationship. If you don't like something, you better say it, because one day you'll build up everything, and then atafanya kitu ndogo, like maybe atasahau something small, and then utalipuka. You find yourself saying things you never wanted to say. Yeah.
Communication is key.
On another one, usiache jealousy ruin relationship yako. This is something probably I am healing from. I'm over jealous. Sometimes I think I'm at a point where I now I choose not to see things because if I decide to look into them, nita ruin whatever I have. So trust that person kabisa. Now probably anapea to say lift. Me in my head nishaenda miles and miles why you give that person a lift. She was interested in you at some point, but yes. Don't let jealousy win. After nimesema communicate, huyu msee ana bwana ulikuwa umempea lift ama uulize vizuri. Nijifundishe kuuliza vizuri. What happened? Don't jump into conclusions. I'm learning not to jump into conclusions in my life.
Some. I think nafaa pia ku address another thing I forgot. Baggage. Can we talk about unhealed trauma? Deal with your issues before getting into a relationship. Don't go into a relationship with unhealed trauma. If your ex was bad, it doesn't mean you're next. Hey, ex, next. Doesn't mean you're next partner will be a bad person, you know. So don't project. You might lose out on a good relationship or a good friendship because you are constantly comparing this partner to the previous partner. Yeah.
That's why we back baggages me.
I feel
like people don't heal from previous relationships. From this relationship, you're jumping on to the next without healing.
But I think with that, sometimes you don't even realize you carry the baggage.
Oh yeah,
you go find it. Inatokezea mahali, and so constantly keep on reevaluating yourself, I guess, and understand why you act the way you act. So see,
point out that I have trauma.
And also, at the time, for example, I break up with a person right now, and then I spend 2 years there. Doesn't mean I've handled my baggages. Just because I'm out of a relationship for more than 1 year. Neza kwa step out, okay, 1 week, 3, but step out of a relationship from 1 month ago, but whatever happened, I'm willing to go to the next. Time doesn't heal. Where heal pole in your head. May take you 3 years, may take you 1 month. There should be no judgment with that.
3 days, you belong to the street.
you need to have boundaries in your relationship. For me, I'll talk on boundaries in terms of you having respect for each other, mutual respect for each other in a relationship. Respect goes to the point whereby I don't need to know all the things that go on in between relationships. That's where a lot of people go wrong. No, privacy is key in relationships. So privacy, not secrecy, but privacy. Keep certain things need to be private and only need to be safe. Mjama wako anakuambia vitu, alafu unakuja unaniambia everything. Sasa it's like we are in a threesome. See what is called relationship moja. There needs to be that condition. There's just but have boundaries and respect.
Another thing, before date people who like you, like legit like you. Don't force issues. Date people who like you. Because then again, you don't want to be, do everything like that. You don't want to go dating someone who will personality shame you and be like, who is this babe so loud?
So loud, exactly. Yeah, there's someone who's saying, there's a guy who told him, she's so loud, and then what kind of family gathering, and like they needed someone like to speak up and hype up people. Alafu akamwambia babe si uongee. She was like na vile unasemanga niko loud so now
you want so they people like you.
Unipende vile niko.
Msetu anakulike.
Msana kulike generally body wise, mentally. Body wise. Don't have someone that mbona umekona hivyo sana ama mbona umenona hivyo sana. You go shade someone kama mtu apendi anitoa Otila nasemanga auto change nitwaje kai yako
ni kama ni
Otila nakupenda kama unaochiliza nakupenda. Yes. Hata uchange shape yako, uchange color yako kama hakupendi hata kupenda. Yes, don't change it.
So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much ladies for your amazing points. Sanitizing kila mtu sanitize. Mwana points kali. So as we wind up, please be sure to subscribe. Please share, please like. If you'd like to see more of these babes on the channel, comment down below. Kwaherini.
Bye.